will read it like after, one verse after another. It's super nice. You were here for the first one, no?
Yeah.
Sorry, it takes a few minutes.
It's okay. I'm gonna go get my breakfast.
Okay, go. Get it.
I'm right here though.
Yeah, it's nice to see you. Okay, so now I have all the pieces of the puzzle. I think, yes. And then share sound. Let me know if you can hear it. Hari Hari Bol. Devesha, you are it today, porque Varesha's eating, so preparing for work, so it's up to you.
Okay, no worries. Om
Thank you.
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Rotanam Devim Sarvatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udriyate. Translation. Before reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead, Narayana, unto Narayana Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Sri Vyasadeva, the author.
So today we start the new chapter 3, Canto 1. Krishna is the source of all incarnations. Hari Hari. We start with Canto 1, chapter 3, verse 1. Go ahead.
Okay. Sutta Uvacha Jagre Paurusham Rupam Bhagavan Mahadapi Sambutam Shodasha Kalam Adauloka Shirkshaya. Translation. Sutta says, in the beginning of the creation, the Lord first expanded himself in the universal form of the Purusha incarnation and manifested all ingredients for the material creation. And thus, at first, there was the creation of 16 principles of material action. This was for the purpose of creating the material universes. Purport. Jai Shri Prabhupada. The Bhagavad Gita states that personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, maintains these material universes by extending his plenary expansions. So this Purusha form is the confirmation of the same principle. The original personality of Godhead, Vasudeva, or Lord Krishna, who is famous as the son of King Vasudeva or King Nanda, is full with all opulences, all potencies, all fame, all beauty, all knowledge, and all renunciation. A part of his opulence is manifested as impersonal Brahman, and a part of his opulence is manifested as Paramatma. This Purusha feature of the same personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, is the original Paramatma manifestation of the Lord. There are 3 Purusha features in the material creation, and this form, who is known as Kardano Karashi Vishnu, is the first of the 3. The others are known as Garbhodakashi Vishnu and Kshirodakashi Vishnu, which we shall know one after another. The innumerable universes are generated from the skin holes of the Karanodakashi Vishnu, and in each one of the universes, the Lord enters as Garbhodakashi Vishnu. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is also mentioned that the material world is created at certain intervals and then again destroyed. This creation and destruction is done by the supreme will because of the conditioned souls or the Nitya Bada living beings. The Nitya Bada or the eternally conditioned souls have the sense of individuality or ahankara, which dictates to them sense enjoyment, which they are unable to have constitutionally. The Lord is the only enjoyer, and all others are enjoyed. The living beings are predominated enjoyers. but eternally conditioned souls, forgetful of this constitutional position, have strong aspirations to enjoy. The chance to enjoy matter is given to the conditional souls in the material world, and side by side, they are given the chance to understand their real constitutional position. Those fortunate living entities who catch the truth and surrender unto the lotus feet of Vasudeva after many, many births in the material world join the eternally liberated souls and thus are allowed to enter into the kingdom of Godhead. After this, such fortunate living entities need to come again within the occasional material creation. But those who cannot catch the constitutional truth are again merged into the Mahatattva at the time of the annihilation of the material creation. When the creation is again set up, this Mahatattva is again let loose. This Mahatattva contains all the ingredients of the material manifestations, including the conditioned souls. Primarily, this Mahatattva is divided into 16 parts, namely the 5 gross material elements and the 11 working instruments or senses. It is like the cloud in the clear sky. In the spiritual sky, the effulgence of Brahman is spread all around, and the whole system is dazzling in spiritual light. The Mahatattva is assembled in some corner of the vast, unlimited spiritual sky at the part which is thus covered by the Mahatattva is called the material sky. This part of spiritual sky called the Mahatattva is only an insignificant portion of the whole spiritual sky. And within this Mahatattva, there are innumerable universes. All these universes are collectively produced by the Karanodakasya Vishnu, called also as Mahavishnu, who simply throws his glance to impregnate the material sky.
Very nice. I'm going to share now. I'm going to stop sharing this. I'm going to share an amazing PowerPoint that this devotee is doing with a lot of graphics, and it's very, very beautiful to understand what's going on because we are living with a complex system. So, can you see this PowerPoint? This is a devotee from Seattle. Very nice work, very amazing. I love it. I want him to come and give a talk for us one of these days, but
Later when I'm not driving.
yeah, you can see it now, but I'm showing for the vision, and it will be recorded. But anyway, so chapter 1 has a question for the sages. Chapter 2, divinity and divine service, and then here, Sutta Goswami replied the first by paying obeisance to his spiritual master, like we said before. Then Sutta Goswami answered questions 1 and 2. Here are the answers. And then only bhakti should be gained by one prescribed work. And then progressive stage of bhakti is also explained in chapter 2, and it's all the description here. And I can pass this on later so you guys can see it. And here we are in, there you go. Well, what you're reading is Karanakasha Vishnu is the causes of all causes, and so from him emanates all the universes. And within each universe, you see here, the Sirodakasha Vishnu, Garbhodakasha Vishnu. So we have 3 Vishnus manifested, and each of them have a different role in a different place in the universe. And these little eggs are each of the universes that we're dealing with. So the complexity we're talking about, and here we're going to talk about the 7 planetary system. And and we have 7 above the earth and 7 below the earth, and it's all explained. So these graphs are going to be crucial for us to understand this chapter. So I will pass this PowerPoint to you guys so you can have a look before we read. And when we read, we can post it for the people who are watching online, because I think his work is extraordinary, not only really extraordinary. So sorry, this is 1 sec. Oh, sorry, I went the wrong direction. What is it here? So here, Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 3, Krishna, the source of all incarnations, and we see there all the incarnations we're going to be reading about in this chapter. So it's already good summary here on the first picture. And then it has all the, I love this picture. No, the Prabhupada, it's part of the discipline succession. And has all the prayers that we sing in the morning. And here has the all the source of incarnation. I tell you in chapter 3, all the verses we're going to explain. So this is a summary of the whole chapter. And then it's a summary of the chapter 1 and 2 here, chapter 2 mostly. And here have this amazing picture. And then you're going to see more and more all these, all the different formats, how Krishna expands and expands again and again here. So I will share this with you, and then we can try together to put it together in our heads. Because one thing is, it's nice to have in words, and then it's nice to have it, somebody did this schematic way of showing it, which clarifies a little bit more. First Krishna has three manifestations. For this manifestation has 2 more manifestations with Krishna himself and Balaram, and from that again, and so on and so forth. So it's a little bit complex. There is you see here all that diagram explained very well. And anyway, so I will be sharing this PowerPoint because he shared with anybody who listens to his talks. He gives actual access to it, and I think it's devotees with good heart and not very attached to their work to be exclusive or whatever, Look at this, the Mahavishnu glances, the Mahatattva, Shiva, what Lord Shiva and the Karna ocean and so this is a little more like, at least in this complexity, Imagine that we're trying to understand, reading the Bhagavatam, what the scientists barely understand by looking at the universe and having these telescopes and, whatever. So this is the internal information, and it's complex for them and it's very complex for us. But thanks to the mercy of Krishna, who inspired devotees to do this type of graphs and so on and so forth, it would be very easy to, not easy, but easier to maybe understand a little bit what we're reading here. And talks about the Brahmajyoti. And anyway, this chapter is very fascinating to me because, this universe, which is full of this other planetary system, is covered. You see these little rings in here are covered by ego, but the subtle energy. So in order to get out of this universe, we can only get out by the mercy of Krishna. Basically, this is what it is. And so that's why when I see this and this explanation, I see why the scientists are completely puzzled by it, because there was just an article. I sent it to somebody. I can send it to you guys. That the scientists were like, everything we thought we knew the universe is wrong because we discovered this now. That means that, they thought the universe was the same everywhere, was homogeneous, but now they understand it's not homogeneous. And so they're like, okay, now our philosophy is all wrong. We have to readjust. And they're always readjusting. But the good thing, they're sincere about it. Well, most of them, not everybody. Some people get stuck with one idea and goes for that idea forever, but many of them are eager to learn more. And the devotees, there is a big group of devotees explaining this to the scientific world with the language and the understanding of the scientists, using their methodologies to show them this. So the Bhaktivedanta Institute is working really hard on this in the cosmology. And last year I went to the conference they did that was fascinating about it, And they went the Museum of the Planetary System in Mayapur, and they're trying to do the same there. So anyway, we have a lot of beautiful pictures to accompany us to understand what here is, Mahavishnu entered each universe, and the Mahatattva and the Jivas. So here's a Garbhodakasha Vishnu, and then Hiranyagarbha in every universe, and then he keep entering. So anyway, I want to spoil all the PowerPoints, and also Varisha cannot read it, but it's all in here. So it's very fascinating here. We have all the explanations. So I'm going to stop now. The only thing we're going to explain this is complex. Yeah, I know.
Incredible.
But
It's incredible. It's
No,
a lot
you
of
can
work.
keep going. Keep going. It's good stuff. I'm in my car for another half an hour.
Oh, I see. You want me to keep talking about it for half an hour? Well,
It's okay. You
no,
don't have to. But you
that's
can
okay.
if you want to.
Well, the name of the devotee is Amritananda Das. Amritananda Das from Seattle. I already sent an email to him, and I was grateful for this work because I am a visual learner also, So for me, if I can visualize, it's easy to understand a little better, And so,
Is there a temple in Seattle?
yes, big temple, huge.
Oh, okay. I always go through Seattle and I've never been, so I'm gonna have to go visit it.
Yeah, there's a big temple. I know because Richard goes there because his sister also lives there.
Oh,
He told me, yeah, and they have a lot of money, and so they're building like a South Indian style of temple there, and yeah,
oh wow.
And this devotee is fantastic. He has his own YouTube video. You can watch his explanation of all the Bhagavatam, but I just like his PowerPoint, so I look at his PowerPoints.
What's his name again?
Amrita here.
Amrita?
One second, I give you the whole name. Amrita Nanda.
Amrita Nanda. Oh, that's a nice name.
Amrita Das. Yeah, and his work is excellent, and he works in collaboration with other devotees. So one of the schemas we saw here was from Radha Krishna Prabhu. So he collaborates with other devotees to put this PowerPoint together, and they're like every chapter. They have everything. He's doing. He has first canto, chapter 1, and it has. I have it here. Let's see what it has. And it has also all the Bhagavad Gita. It's incredible. His job is incredible.
It's like the Cliff Notes version for the Bhagavatam?
No, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, but I would like to print this and have it in front of me because I love the pictures so much. I love the explanation with the pictures. Everything is visual. All the Bhagavad Gita, the Nectar of Devotion, the Madhurya Kadambini, the Srimad Bhagavatam, everything is on pictures. So for me, I when I get into that world of pictures, explaining through arrows and stuff like that, I get lost in that kind of work because it's so amazing. The Madhurya Kadambini is amazing, super nice. I send you it's a link for their Google Drive. He's sharing the Google Drive. It's like really impressed about that, And so it's in English. I was translating that for the Spanish speakers, and I asked him to come and visit us. He said yes, and I never completed it, but I may invite him now that we are doing it again, listen to his, using his materials. It's super impressive. This is, the kindness of the devotees, In the material world, nobody will do something and we just give it to you, They will try to figure out profit. They will try to find their names. The name is on the last page, on the last slide. That's why it took me a while to figure out because I don't remember his name. I didn't remember his name. So, when I see that, it's like really you bow down to this type of devotees because you understand, And this is the same mood of the the sages and all of them, they were there just to please people. That's it. And we see now with devotees doing the same thing, this is just to the benefit of others. They're not doing it for themselves, And so, anyway, I'm very inspired by his work, and that's the only reason I can think, okay, I maybe understand 1/10 of what's going on here, because now I have these pictures, and these pictures are so, vivid and so on and so forth. So I really like it. So yeah, Krishna expands and expands and expands, and we are expansion of Krishna himself. We are also expansion of him. We are not different than Krishna in one sense. We're different in quantity. So don't think you have all the power that Krishna has, or all the beauty, or all the intelligence, or whatever, but we are part of parcel. It's like the ocean is made of the drops, So, we are like that same quality, but we are forgotten a little bit. But once you start seeing the manifestation and the creation, you know why. Because, we say, yeah, we are covered by the gunas, and that, but then we see this universe, and the universe is covered by these layers, It's like, oh my God, it's like, this is like, now I understand why it's so complex, and also how difficult it is to, you can get all the way by your endeavors up to Brahmayoti, which is the last layer of the universe. You can get to that layer, the Brahmayoti, by yourself. But then if you want to, the egg-like shape, universe, if you want to get out of the universe, it's only to the mercy of Krishna. You can exit that, because after that is, the spiritual world. So we are in a capsule, of one universe, and there's many universes. And Krishna, revealed himself accordingly to the desire to get to know him. So scientists want to know, not necessarily Krishna, but want to know about Krishna by trying to understand the universe. So Krishna manifests, give intelligence to make a special telescope that they can see him. He manifests a little bit for them. And, he's like a teaser, like the previews, teaser. He just give a little bit of information, and then,
sneak peeker.
yeah. And, then you say, I want to know more. And then when you think you got it all figured out, like when you watch a movie and the plot now gets completely off, it's like, oh my God, now I thought I knew what was going on, and it's completely something else, And there's a movie called The Illusionist. If you haven't seen that movie, you should watch it. It could be a little bit gross in some places, and it's not my type of movie in that sense, but it's really good movie to understand the magic. This is a magician, and really the whole movie you think is something going on, and then at the end you realize it's something else going on. And if you know what was going on from the beginning, you understand the whole plot differently, and so you start thinking, I want to watch the movie again now, understanding what is the end of this. Anyway, but just if somebody can have a brain to do a movie which is so fascinating, almost like the Sixth Sense movie, that at the end you realize what's going on, and then you have to watch it again to see what happened, So if we can see our lives, they are Krishna's plan, and then at the end we will realize what's going on. You may understand your whole life completely different than you understand it now, because you understand, the Krishna's thing. So I think Krishna's playing with the scientists, make them, giving a little more information. When they think they got it, they say, okay, let me show you this now. It's like, oh, now we saw this, and now, the same with the physics, or like quantum physics now. Oh, quantum physics, that's not what we thought it was now, So like that, Krishna manifests, and they're sincere. Most researchers are sincere seekers of the truth, at least the form of Krishna and the form of truth. So, and so Krishna trying to understand the truth, and he is the truth. So he's going to manifest himself more and more for everybody. But you cannot get to Krishna Loka. You cannot get out of the eggshell. You can be at the position of Brahma if you want. You can be all the way to Brahma Jyoti, free from everything, not have to do anything, whatever. But you cannot go to Krishna Loka with love and devotion. That's the only condition. Love and devotion is the exit for this universe. But if you like the universe too much and you like to get entertaining here, if you're thinking we are entertained with this material world here, imagine if we had the opportunity to be entertained with the heavenly planets, with a lot of opulence and, and beauty. We are attracted to beauty here. We want a beautiful husband or wife or whatever. And, and then we want, good food, and we want nice for the eyes. And then we are attracted to here, and then all of a sudden you have the spiritual world, the material world, but the heavenly planet, which is everything is 10 times more beautiful, 100 times more beautiful and more perfect. And, and then, imagine we want to get out of that one, you know. So I think we are.
Prabhupada, Prabhupada says that when we will come to spiritual world, we will remember all what happened in the material world like a bad dream. Like bad short dream, like oh my God, oh.
Let's see that not happen again. Yeah, but yeah, impressed me that we are attracted so much for the material things in here. And then when you go back to Krishna, you pass through the process of all the system planetaries. So you're going to find these attractive things, and you may just say, I'm staying here for a little while, you know. You know, I'm staying in this place for a little while. It's too nice to let it go, you know. And we still are attached to broken glasses. Even the material world, even the heavenly planets, broken glass. It's not really jewel, you know. We are playing with these toys. But anyway, hopefully by reading Bhagavatam and associating with devotees and great devotees, and you know, seeing their work and their actions, and you know, the humbleness and the spirituality and so on and so forth, they're like a flashlight for us, you know. The darkness, they literally illuminate our path to see, okay, I am not seeing much. I am in darkness, but they see. And they have a lot of things they don't know. So I'm going to try to be behind their steps, see if I can maybe follow the step. And by follow the steps, and even, you know, when you go in a path and in a hike or something like that at night, you have somebody with a flashlight, and then people, Barisha, that also in another circumstances, that you go, somebody with a flashlight, the people behind you just follow you because you have the flashlight kind of thing, you know. So that's the spiritual masters, the great devotees, like we see in this Amrita, I can't remember his name again. Amrita Nanda, that's devotee, and so many others, like I say, Radhika Raman Prabhu, and so many other devotees those are our flashlights to illuminate us the path. So I don't have it clear, but I see they have it clear because the qualities, because they exude the qualities I like to have. Yeah. You want to have those qualities of humbleness, intelligence, creativity, you know, this good disposition, you know, understanding, love, devotion. They have all of that, and I want that. So even though I don't have it, I know if I follow these steps, you know, I will somewhat get them, you know. Some way or other, I will at least, you know, get closer. They get to me a little step closer to what I'm supposed to be doing, you know. So we are very fortunate to have Prabhupada left us a movement which is still a lot of work, a lot of things are not working nicely. So if you're joining the first time and you say this ISKCON is a mess, yeah, bad. If you look carefully, within the mess, there is nectar everywhere. So the mess is there because we are in the material world, we are in Kali Yuga, we still trying to figure out. There is, you know, a movement who grow very, very fast, very quickly. There's no other movement in such a way, international, who can grow to the speed the ISKCON has grown. So we have a lot of problems, yes, as a movement, as an organization, but we do have all the nectar too. So if you like to have problems, please come and join us. You will find plenty of problems. But if you
I would ask, what organization doesn't have problems?
Yeah, true.
Everywhere we have problems.
I know, but people think because we have the highest type of philosophy or whatever, that everything will be perfect. And so we get disappointed when you see things that are not, oh, how can they do this, you know? So if you look at that way, you will find it. But if you look at different way, like now we're looking at the Bhagavatam, we're looking at this devotee, we're looking at Radhika Raman, we're looking another way, then you find that too. So it's like Prabhupada said, the fly mentality, you know. If you're looking for popo, you're going to find popo. For nectar, you're going to find nectar, you know. I mean, find whatever you're looking for, you know. So basically your mentality is what's going to help you to look for the right place. And also Krishna's mercy by praying to him.
It's like It's like being in a white room and looking for red dots. And
Yeah.
red dot, oh, there, but you don't look all the white stuff all around.
Yeah. So, and we tend to do that the same thing because it's like, how can this be? No, it's not possible. Yeah, it's possible. In Kali Yuga, it's a new movement. It's, we have all these issues. So we need to remind ourselves that there is, without Prabhupada doing what he did, we will not be here. This Amrita Ananda will not be here. This Radhika Raman will not be here. This, so many gurus will not be here. Radhana Swami with his. I was talking to, since you want me to talk, I'm going to talk. I was talking to a lady. I was in a conference now for the hospital of Radhana Swami. The hospital from Radhana Swami? Do you guys know about it in Bombay?
Oh, I saw it. I think so. I saw.
I've heard about it.
Yeah, so it's a hospital that basically is a transcendent, it's like a temple hospital, let's say, So basically, every morning you wake up and all the nurses and all the doctors, everybody does a morning program, a Bhakti Sadhana from the Prabhupada, okay? And then in the rooms for the people who are sick, they have speakers with kirtan, and they can choose a kirtan, they could choose a class. They can choose silent also, but they have kirtan and class. And then they bring the deities in a palanquin, like a Jagana, Balaram, Subhadra to every room. And I knew about it, and I always was very impressed. And I said, if I want to do an institute, education institute, we have to be in the model of that hospital. But then, so I've been always like inspired by it, looking at it, researching about it. And then I was in a conference now, and I'm in a meeting, they invite me to be part of it. And then there are the doctors from the place doing research on the power of the Maha Mantra and the people, because they have Maha Mantra all the time there, but now they're actually make them listen in a particular amount of time and they do an investigation or their sugar level before the Maha Mantra and after the Maha Mantra. They're doing, so much investigation because the people who do the process, they get out of the hospital quicker, the people who are not doing that process. And so they have all this database evidence. And so now they asked me to help them to do the statistical analysis for that hospital, for that kind of data. So it's called the mantra meditation research. And they're publishing papers about it, you see, So it's like really Prabhupada. That's okay, Prabhupada is not here, but it's to Prabhupada's potency, to Prabhupada's disciples, to Prabhupada's glories, that somebody, you can leave your body in a place full of people, they read Bhagavatam, they ring a bell, I don't know, every 2 hours, and everybody stops whatever they're doing, and they read Srimad Bhagavatam, one verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, the whole hospital is reading the Srimad Bhagavatam, that verse. And they have allopathic medicine, homeopathic medicine, they have Ayurveda medicine, they have, all type of alternative, and the doctors all get aligned, and they talk to each other to know what is the best for that particular patient. So like I say, if we want to look at the bad things, we have plenty. Please let me guide you to that. But if you want to look at the nectar, there is so much nectar and so many amazing things going on in our movement. That's really impressive. We are very fortunate to have. We are not fortunate because we are in Kali Yuga, so something we deserve to be here. Age of iron, hypocrisy, short-lived, short memory, So, but we also have the fortune to have Lord Chaitanya and Srila Prabhupada giving us these inspirational things that motivate us to see there is a different way to live,
Reach of understanding. Yeah.
So again?
The reach to understand.
Yes.
To understand this philosophy is very.
Yeah, Ananga Manjari, Prabhupada disciple, she used to say, like, you can join the movement and be attracted to the holy name and prasadam, and if you don't understand the philosophy, you're not going to last. So, you really need to understand the philosophy in order to understand, because with the philosophy, you really get deep into what we're trying to do. And we're trying to do, I was talking to somebody else yesterday who was a little bit, some issues with the organization. And I said, the goal is love Krishna. The love is to love Krishna. So if we are getting close to love Krishna, this is it. We need to realize that whatever we do, Krishna says we need to do as an offering to me. All the austerities you perform, I have the verse here because I sent it to her yesterday. I will read it to you because it's really nice. I'm supposed to know by heart, but I don't. So it's what it is. So here's the verse. Where's the verse? I sent it yesterday. Sorry. What is it? I can't see it now. Here it is. Okay. Yat karosi, yat anasi, yat yugosi, dadasi, yat tapasui, counte yat, tat kuruzva mat apanam. O Sonakunti, all that you do, all that you eat, all that you offer, give away, as well all austerity you may perform should be done as an offering unto me. This is Krishna speaking. Okay, so this is what we need to do that. And there's also a verse from Mother Teresa Calcutta that I love, and I will read it to you because I love it. It says, people are often unreasonable and self-centered. Forgive them anyway. If you are kind, people may accuse you of ulterior motive. Be kind anyway. If you're honest, people may cheat you. Be honest anyway. If you find happiness, people may be jealous. Be happy anyway. The good you do today may be forgotten tomorrow. Do good anyway. Give the world the best you have, and it may never be enough. Give your best anyway. For you see, in the end, it is between you and God. It was never between you and them anyway. Very nice verse, Mother Teresa Calcutta.
Can you put it in the thread?
Yes, I will. Yeah, it's very, very amazing. Yeah, these two verses are very amazing. So we need to kind of remember this, We need to remember that we need to live by higher principles and, many times misunderstood. But if everything you do is for Krishna, and the idea that you want to love Krishna and you want to go back to him, and we understand we are, then the purpose, the ways that things happen, you understand, okay, like a lot of things happen to me and I feel, okay, a chunk of my ego just fall off here, and a chunk of my illusion goes off here, So if you see that, you're getting cleaner by all the things that happen to you, then you live a little more peaceful life instead of being, miserable. So anyway. Okay, Varesh, I spoke more than enough. Hopefully you're close to work now. Be careful.
Thank you very much.
No problem. See you tomorrow, Haribol. Thank you. Hari, have a wonderful day at work, everybody. And I will send you everything I have, Haribol.
Okay. Haribol.
Oh, I forgot. Yes, please, let's offer special messages to all Vaishnavas, the devotees of the Lord. They are like desire trees, able to fulfill everyone's desires and are full of compassion for all the conditions.